Hello, this is Andrew P860, also known as Res Player, and we are playing Return of the Obra Dinn. At this point in time, we have completed every chapter except we have to find one or two more cases in the Doom chapter. And then it will be essentially going through and figuring out the identities of the various different people and seeing if we could find somebody who we haven't seen yet. So, this door is open, and here we go. Let us start. Okay, we are at the head, and the artist, unfortunately, as he was relieving himself, gets strangled by the tentacle. And there's a few people asleep. Some people are at the table. There goes a few others. We can see the tentacle there. So, how did the artist die? I'd say he was crushed by a beast. 13 other people are present. Before we get into the next place, so here we are. This gentleman was what heard the noise. Person's there. Another person there. That person there. Person there.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't!
Okay. So the person's killed another guy with a club, it looks like. And there is nothing else to this memory. I believe I found everything. This is part 1. Okay, who is this? How did he die? Well, let's see. Probably not a mate. Said he was a Dane. So, Denmark. The only person from Denmark. He was clubbed by an unknown attacker. So, he was killed by the man who was crushed in the first chapter by the man's brother. So let's look at last names. Wasn't Peters. Peters, Nathan Peters, and Samuel Peters. Looks like the easiest way. Both from England, so let's say he was killed by Nathan Peters, and that's correct. 3 more fates. Okay. Okay, before we leave, this is going to end the chapter of the Doom. And now it is a bunch of figuring out who each of these people were. So, if he was killed by Nathan Peters, that means that man is Peters. So let's go to our crew. This guy. Said he was Nathan Peters. This gentleman, I don't think I know who he is yet. This man is next to the doctor. Down here. Yep, there he is. Unknown. he has books in his hand. So let's go. I want to look at the glossary here. Purser. Administrative official accounts for all cargo, value, and trade transactions, manages small item stores for the crew. So, having the books possibly makes him the purser. So we are going to go back to our crew. Look here. Say this man is probably the purser. Met an unknown fate. Just to look at the crew manifest. Haven't found third mate, fourth mate, bosun's mate, surgeon's mate, the gunner's mate, helmsman, ship steward, captain's steward, and all the mate stewards. Midshipmans we know. Don't know who all the top men are. And a few of the seamen. Okay. So, the doom is completed, which means we have completed all the chapters that we can. But we do not know what happened to some of these people. So let's go back.
Boy! Get in there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Okay, a storm is coming, which just means that we have wrapped up all the chapters, but we still can investigate more, or we can leave and not get the ending. So I'm going to return back to this lady. Since we have so many people, we have no idea what happened to them. Let's go through the doom. See if we can find out some stuff. Okay, we can't go up there. Where is that gentleman? The unknown with his hand on the wheel. So, who is this person? Well, his hand is on the wheel, which probably makes him the helmsman. And he's in the grip of the tentacles. So I'm going to say gunshots, beard strikes, strangled, struck, suicide, torn apart, eaten. Let's say crushed by a beast. See what else we can see here. Is that guy? See him there. He was shot by a gun by an unknown person. He seems to have all the armaments. So we're going to go look up here. We have the gunner and the gunner's mate. Say he's the gunner. Shot by a gun, unknown attacker. Well, let's see. Let's first look at the glossary. Gunner. Military officer in charge of weapons and military procedures on the ship. So either he's the gunner or the gunner's mate. And he looks like killed this person. He's dragging over here. This guy's spearing, but this guy... We know from another one that in the escape that the bosun's mate was killed. Hugh's not in there. It's not in any of those. Torn apart by the beast. So do we know who this person is? Okay, that's Alfred Kestrel of the Bosun. It looks like he was crushed by the beast. Possibly. Now, let's look at the rigging here. Who's that guy? Okay. He looks like there, this guy. I say crushed by the beast again. Now, who is he? He may be a topman or a seaman, but I think it looks like it's possibly from China. So we're just going to assign him one of those. Is that everyone? Looks like that's all we're going to get from that scene. So let's quickly go into the next scene. There's the midshipman. There is the boat. And 3 people are falling out of the boat. And thus, I believe they are 3 of the missing people here. So we're going to say Purser drowned by the beast. Nathan Peters drowned by the beast. And we have 3. Now we picked more than 3. Because we picked more than 3, we can say the people that we also picked either aren't who we said we are or they were not. So, if it's not Hung Lee, it might be Jesus. So we'll go with that. It also means that the bosom was not crushed. Could have been strained. Well, let's check here. This gentleman's fine. There's the gunner throwing boson. There's the guy who was who exploded. Now assign some other people to this. Let's see, did we figure out who that was? He was clubbed by the Brennan. So, captain, first mate, he was not present. There's 4 mates. So, let us look here at the crew. See, we don't know who the 3rd mate is or the 4th mate. So here are probably all the mates. That 2nd mate. 1st mate, captain. So that's Probably we're gonna go with probably the third mate. And that gentleman is probably the fourth mate. Again, not completely sure, but we need to go with guessings now. Okay, so let's continue backwards.
Get to the basics, quick!
And our way out, up. Here's our last guy that we don't know what happened to him. So he can either be a member of the crew or a topman. He has a turban on, so let's say he's from Persia right now. And he drowned. Let's say the beast. Fell overboard to his death. Okay. We can say that. Did we get a third out of this? Here's the man that's going to be torn apart. Here's the gunner. That may be the fourth mate. Yes, it's the bosun would be the third, possibly, if we got every guess right. Let's go here and look at the escape. Okay, the bosun's the first one, and then the first mate, Stewart, was killed by unknown attacker. Well, we do know him, who his attacker was. It was Volokov. So where is Volokov? There he is. And that was 3. Hopefully we'll get through a bunch of these quickly. So the fourth mate was the one that was clubbed. Was killed by a sword, and he fell overboard. So we don't know who he is, but he was in the boat, and so he was drowned. Do we know what happened to him? Was he in the boat? There were 3 people in the boat. 2, 3. So no, we have to go back in memory and find out what happened to this guy. He is not that person either. So we'll go with Li Hong. See if we can get him. So oh wait. If he's the person, we don't know what happened to him. Let's say he's the bosun's mate. And he was torn apart by the beast. So we have possibly 2 people. We just have to figure out what happened to the bosun. And we might okay. Went the wrong way. I'm purposely going to the bosun instead of some of the other people we might know.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
It's a squid. Where is my Frenchman?
Squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
The cat.
Okay.
How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up with the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
Okay, he doesn't have an arm. Could just say he expired. Struck, strangled, speared, poisoned, shot, torn apart. Let's say it was torn apart. Okay. So we haven't gotten 3. Go back to the Doom. We have only 1 topman left. And there we go. Well done. So by process of elimination, we found out it was Wei Li there. Closer to the end.
Does that mean for nothing?
Okay. And then they're going to talk about escaping the ship. So that's the gunner, and he was shot by Davis, who was then clubbed by Brennan. So he was shot by the 4th mate. And there's, I believe it was the 4th mate. Let's see. Yep. So we'll leave the scene. So, let us go to a person that fell on here. He was electrocuted. He was the unknown soul that was electrocuted. He is a top man. I'm going to say he's probably one of the 3 remaining people from China. So we'll go with that. That gentleman is Wei Li. He was crushed by the beast. That gentleman he was decapitated. Let's say he's Ji Zhang. And because this is a 3rd, you know those 2 are probably not right. There's that gentleman. That gentleman. So that is him. He was clubbed by the captain. He was a top man, so he's either from Scotland or England. Let's say England. Oh! 3 fates. So, top man was clubbed. Okay, we got the person who was electrocuted. And he was decapitated. So, let's go back to which chapter was he? Are we in? Soldiers, let's see. Okay. So he was crushed by the beast. Was electrocuted. He was decapitated. He was clubbed. Okay. Did we get? I think we have everybody that was considered a top man up there. Let's go back to our crew manifest. Second mate was shot. Third mate unknown. Surgeon's mate, we still don't know. Gunner's mate. That's one. Midshipman was knifed. He was knifed by the gunner. Knifed by the gunner. The gunner was shot by Davies. We know that Davis was clubbed. Why did they not? Okay, that's two. So second mate was shot by someone unknown. Third mate, unknown. Who should we go into memory of next? Let's go into the artist's memory. Okay, that person. We have two Stewarts because they have the same. So, who is this guy? Let's okay. Since we know this is the third mate, or we assume he's the third mate, person helping him is possibly third mate Stewart. Okay, that's three. So we have a problem. This gentleman, do we know who he is? First mate Stewart. Let's see, can we go? No, we can go on deck. There's that person. They find the body. Okay. Oh. on the deck plan here. And that guy, we know, he is alive in Africa. He was shot by the cannon. Well, let's leave this memory for now. Let's check the glossary here. Mate, bosun, gunner, purser, surgeon, carpenter, helmsman. So we know who the gunner is. Who is the gunner's mate? He was crushed by a loose cannon. So Akbar, he's the one that shot. He by Akbar. Who is the man that shot him? This guy. Let's go back to murder. He was shot. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready. So the man giving the order to fire must have been Wolf, the gunner. He was the gunner. He might have been the gunner's mate. And there we go. So, gunner killed. Third mate Stewart. And the gunner's mate. So we're running out of people. So let's go back to the crew. He was shot by an unknown person. I'm pretty sure we know who he is. We don't know who the surgeon's mate was. cook was spiked. We haven't seen anything. He hasn't been put on. Ship steward, captain's steward. Second mate steward, fourth mate steward, 2 of the top men. And several of the other crew members. He wasn't. Cook wasn't spiked. Pretty sure he was. Struck by tail. No, well, and he wasn't knifed by the gunner. He was knifed by the gunner's mate. So we just need a third person to determine whether that person's the cook. Now he was shot. He was shot by a passenger who was spiked. He was, yeah. The one passenger that was not taken or executed. So we're going to go with him. And I was correct. Okay, so now we have to figure out some other people. That's the gunner. Open the door? No. So there was a second person there. I don't see the second person. Let's go a little bit back. Who is that gentleman? And he could be one of these people. There are just too many still to do that. There's that guy. That guy. That guy. Could I randomly assign him something? just leave that. So let's go back here. Doom had several people that we don't know who they are. So he was clubbed. This person know who he is. Say he came from Sierra Leone at the moment. That one was drowned, that was clubbed, and he was drowned. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Loose cargo. His brother, Peters, blamed another man for his death, so let's say he is Samuel Peters. So we have one person who we know happened to be. Let's just look over here. This person we know, this person we know. Person we know. Person we know. Okay, he was attacked. By the second mate. You know that. And he was speaking English. Could have been from Wales or from England. Let's say he was Booth. He was speared. No. He was speared by a beast. Maybe he's Booth, maybe he's someone else. Let's see, did we find 3 people? One, 2, 3. So either he is not from Sierra Leone, or he's not Booth or Shirley. So let's say he's from Wales. Did that do it? Nope. Is he from Scotland and then Tottenham? Nope. Okay, so This person may not be from Sierra Leone. And we can spend a whole lot of time figuring it out. Let's go find some other people. He was shot. Need to start from there to get through all of these.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have
Calling. Okay.
休假，休假。
She the next. Maybe. Okay, yes, he was knifed. We figure out who he was. He is Stewart. And since he's dead, he's not. There we go. Since he's with the second mate, let's say he's second mate Stewart. And he was attacked. Oh, what was his name? It being Saw. And we managed to get 3. So, that man, and yes, he was crushed by falling cargo, and okay, that was Alexander Booth. So that means our other guesses were not correct. And we have just one, so he's not George Shirley. He could be from Sierra Leone. Could be Scotland. Topman. So let's quickly go in here. He was clubbed. He was shot. So he could be from Sierra Leone, Wales, Scotland, probably not China. Say he's from Scotland. Is there anyone else? That person we were gonna go into next.
Keep course due east. You'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你穩坐不？
我冇問題，但是依你小啊，絕對未等佢撈尾最低。
那是一。
Okay. This person understands Chinese. There's only one man from China that's still not there. So, quickly look at the crew manifest. We have 2 people. We need a
你總對賣起來。
I shut it off.
They say strange things about monsters.
Okay, we have those 2. He has a pipe in his mouth. So do we know who those 2 are? Patrick Hagen was killed by a sword, drowned. Possibly from Scotland, Wales, Sierra Leone, or England. Let's go with George Shirley. Okay. He didn't do it, so Sierra Leone. Nope. Wales. Nope. Maybe he's the one from Scotland. Probably not. Just keep him in Wales right now. See if we can find others. That's the other person on the ship. And he's Patrick O'Hagan. Another person on the ship. He was drowned. He's in 4 memories. Let's look at the memories. Huh. Oh, there he is. He was on the gun deck. And he was taking people away. And those 2, which means we don't know much about him. He could be any number of these people. Okay. So let's just leave this. Let's look at our chapters again here. Cargo deck, we already know. Said. Don't know who this man is yet. we most likely know that this is the person who was speared. And we're pretty sure he's the second maid steward. We don't know who this man is yet. We don't know who this person is yet. He was killed by the Captain Stewart. Don't know who this man is. He is in a Stewart. He was also shot. Oh, yes. Either the fourth mate steward or the ship steward. You have to go back and figure out who shot him. You don't know who this man is. And do not know who this man is. He may be the surgeon's mate. Let's look at a picture. That's the surgeon, and that's the purser. He is just there. Let's say he's the surgeon's mate for now. Where to go, where to go, where to go. Trying to think. Let's go into our book again. He was shot. Oh, we got it right. Good. Quite possibly he looked like someone from Sierra Leone, but okay, so 3 more people done. Getting closer to the end. Let us figure out who may have shot that man by accident. Oh, not this way. Okay, he was shot,
Secure the hold.
and there's only one person that was shooting in that direction. So he is either the ship steward, not the captain's steward. Well, he's only the ship steward, because we know that the captain's steward was already in the when. So let's look at the people. The bosun mate, perhaps. Charles Miller.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Well, that could be Charles Miller. So let's leave that and see, did we get everybody before that? No, we do not have this person yet. He's dancing with a lady. So few people left. Could be George Shirley or one of the Russians. Let's go with George Shirley. No. And let's look here. This person blasted by a cannon. Say he's Russian. Deciding to brute force this part. Escape. He certainly looks like the surgeon's mate. So who have we done? Okay. Yeah, we don't know who he is. Doesn't seem like he is him either. Oh. There's more people then. Have him be a Russian. George Shirley. It's the problem with having to get 2 of these right. So we have those 2. We could figure out. It would be very difficult to do, so let's go with him at Naples. See them? Nope. See him? Nope. Is he at Wales? Nope. Is he Shirley? This person Wales. Nope. Is he? Yeah. Nope. See Wales. And this man is nope. One more try. There we go. Unfortunately, that was brute force, but we finally got those done. So really, there are not that many left. However, the person I thought was the ship steward is not the ship steward. Or James Wallace, he is not the surgeon's mate. He's either George Shirley or John Naples. Or the 4th mate Stewart. He's the 4th mate. He's next to the 4th mate. Okay, let's go with that. Is there anyone else that we have not gotten? Need to know who this person is and this person. He could be John Naples from Wales, George Shirley from England, or the surgeon's mate. Up! We got it. Two fates, Which means the last fates are probably in the last episode. Oh wait, no, they can't be in the last episode. We still have a decapitation. We're not in the last one yet. Okay. Oh, that guy was decapitated. Is there another? That was an unknown. He was shot by a cannon. So he's either from Wales or England. Let's go with Wales. Ship steward, first mate. Third mate. We don't know who this person is. George Shirley? Nope. Well, process elimination. He must be John Maples. He must be George Shirley. All the currently solvable fates. There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Okay, so I wanted this episode to go a little long while I solved all of the fates. In the next episode, which should be the last, we'll have us go into the ship and find out probably the last chapter. So, until then, this is Andrew P. 860. Seeing you next time.